Welcome back. Service delivery was one of the key focuses in Tshwane Mayor Randall Williams' State of the Capital address. 10 strategic focus areas to fast-track service delivery were mentioned in his speech. They included prioritizing the power grid and water infrastructure, providing stringent financial management and oversight. Those are all good words, but how will it actually be actioned? Mayor Randall Williams joining us now live for more on this. Mayor, thanks for your time. We appreciate it. The one thing I want to focus on, of course, is electricity, because your city went on an unprecedented campaign to actually cut off businesses and people who weren't paying. And tell me about your plans now to make sure that you're able to provide steady and stable electricity for your residents.
Good evening, Shahan. Well, while we have Eskom as our sole supplier, unfortunately, I can't undertake that promise. I mean, we will be getting load shedding for the next probably 10 years. But as far as turning the city is around, we already started in 2020 when we were placed under administration in developing a 10-point plan, because we knew once we got back into office, we will be facing a huge challenge, and indeed so. And what I said from the start, that I'm looking for incremental progress to be made in turning the city around. And on 30th of June 2020, our audited financial statements for that financial year showed that the provincial administrators left us more than 4.3 billion rand deficit on our operating budget. So we started implementing the plan already, the turnaround plan, 10-point plan, from the 1st of November 2020. We're continuing with that plan because we're not be able to implement that plan in 1 year only. It will be a multi-year plan that's probably going to last for the next 10 years. But I want to see progress every year. And indeed, the next financial year, end of the year, audited financial statements for 30th of June last year, 2021, we reduced the 4.3 billion rand deficit on our operating budget to a deficit of 613 million.
Okay.
So for this current financial year ending 30th of June of this year, we're looking to do away with that deficit and have a small surplus of about 25 million rands. Because the only way you're going to provide better services to the residents of your city is if you have the funds available to do so. And of course, you also need to look at your workforce, whether you have a fit for purpose workforce for your mandate. And if you look at the city of Tshwane,
Mayor, just in terms of trying to do what other cities are doing in terms of electricity supply, because we know that we can't trust Eskom to keep the lights on. In Cape Town, of course, measures are in place to ease load shedding because of their own generation capacity there. We know the Joburg mayor today also talking about a similar approach. Do you have any plan to do anything like that so that your residents don't have to endure 2 hours of load shedding? Maybe they can get 1 hour if you put the proper systems in place.
Yes, there are two parts to this. The one is to become self-generating. We're definitely looking at our options in the city, and hopefully within the next 6 months, we'll be able to announce our plans going forward. And then, of course, the other part is the infrastructure. For example, we've upgraded one of our substations at Bonacor. The substation was commissioned in 1939. So we upgraded it, and we've got a brand new substation there now that started running in February of this year. We're also upgrading 4 very large substations, including Wapendrand, Mooikloof, Kentron, and Pyramid. And there are also a number of other substations, including massive in-feed stations that we are getting called Wildebeest, 250 mega MVA. So there's a lot that we're doing as far as the infrastructure is concerned.
Yeah. Okay, let's talk about service delivery in Hammanskraal in particular, because we have residents who are saying that still have dirty drinking water coming out of their taps. We know that the Human Rights Commission actually deemed the water in Hammanskraal as unfit for human consumption in 2019. The DA has governed Tshwane since 2016, and in 2022, you still have these residents complaining about the water. Why haven't you addressed this yet?
Well, we certainly have addressed it. And the challenge is not as easy as it's made out to be. First of all, the problems in Hammanskraal was reported in council in 1996. So from 1996 up till 2017, nothing was done. We put a project in place. Now, the problem of the water delivery in Hammanskraal consists of two particular problems. The one was the water treatment plant, and the other one was the Rooiwal wastewater treatment plant. So the water treatment plant, we started building, expanding capacity from 60 megaliters to 120,000 liters. So we completed that 2-year project, and that was completed. We built from 2017 to 2019. That was completed. That's unfortunately only half the story. Now, the water plant draws its water from the local dams. Unfortunately, we've got the Rooiwal wastewater treatment plants that pumps untreated water into the dams. So the water is not clean enough for the water. The brand
So
new water plant.
So how are you telling me that you fixed it?
No, I didn't say we fixed it. I said we started fixing it from 2017. So the problem was twofold: the water treatment plant and then the wastewater treatment plant. So now that we've doubled the capacity of the water treatment plant, we started the project in 2019 to also increase the capacity and refurbish the wastewater treatment plant. Phase 1 cost us more than 300 million rands. We started building phase 1 2019. We have to complete it by the end of this year, of this calendar year. We will be completing phase 1. Okay. Then we have to start phase 2. Phase 2 we have to do in partnership with the National Department of Water and Sanitation. That phase will cost us about 2.8 billion rands, which is a lot of money.
Okay, well, I hope you finally get it right, because, you know, it's been, what, a couple of years, since 2005. So I'm guessing it's one of your priority concerns for you. Tshwane Mayor.